Hey YouTube, Mr. Urban Slasher here. Wanted to make this video for a while. It's a follow-up on our beginner throwing knife review. So this here's like part 2 to that video. It's basically just another review of the knives we bought off of Amazon just a couple more months in. We didn't buy any really crappy knives off of Amazon, so we tried to buy quality stuff. So most of the stuff we got is pretty good, but there are a couple of things that you might want to avoid. Anyways, so here it is. Beginner throwing knife review part 2, I suppose. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, here we go. Expendables Coonies. Paid $38 for these off Amazon. It was one of the first set of knives that I got. Really enjoyed throwing them. They're a lot of fun. These are a stainless steel knife, even though they're painted black. The paracord handles that were on them just got ripped off, so reparacorded them. Then that got cut up, so now they got black tape on them. They're 34 bucks right now. Would I buy them again? Yes, absolutely. Great knife, lots of fun. These are United Cutlery lightning bolts. Small knife. I don't know how much fun you can have with these. I mean, these are great if you want to throw them at a box or something in the house, but out throwing at a target, they just become boring really quick. I mean, they're pretty easy to stick and stuff, but they're just really small little knives. Cool for what they are. They're 34 bucks on Amazon right now. I wouldn't pay that. I paid 24 for them. Gilhibben Gen X Pro. Absolutely love them. These are pretty well my go-to knife. Really easy to use. Great knife for a beginner. They stick really well. If you get your range right, you can be really accurate. You can get really good with these really quick. I would definitely recommend these, the Gilhibben Gen X Pro. Cold Steel Tru-Flite thrower. Bought 3 of these. Wanted to try the no spin technique with these. But they had a paracord handles on them, and it didn't take long before the handles were chewed off of them. Would I buy these again? If you're going to have one knife, yeah. I mean, if you're out in the bush, you want one knife that's a thrower that you're also going to use for, other things that you'd use a knife for, cleaning fish or whatever. It's a great knife. I love Cold Steel. I've got lots of their stuff. I've never had a problem with any of it. So, anyways, yeah, I bought 3 and beat them up pretty good. So, cool knife. Pricey. They were pricey. Into the axes. These are the Kit-Ray Aircobra axes. These are actually really a lot of fun, and they're durable. What's going to happen if you buy these axes is they've got a really fancy handle on them. You don't even have to run them into each other, and that handle's just going to fall off. So if you buy these axes, expect that handle to fall off. But it really doesn't take that much away from the axe. I love it because if I'm standing close and I want more spin, I can hold them here. If I'm a little further away, I can choke up on them and they'll spin a little bit less. They hit with a hell of a punch, and if you overspin a little on the blade, you can always hit this tail end. So deadly axe, love them. Kit-Ray, excellent, probably the best thing they've made. Back to the Gilhibbens. These are the Tanto. These are quite different than the other throwing knives I have. They've got a really thin blade on them, and it's quite sharp. These would make a great survival knife if you wanted to have a 3-knife set with you out in the woods or something like that. You can use these for anything you'd use a hunting knife or anything like that for. Plus you got 3 of them if you lose one, or if you need to loan one to a buddy to do some stuff, and you still got one. Plus they throw great. I mean, they throw really good. I haven't been throwing them very much because I just don't want to beat the shit out of them, simply because of the thin blade and everything else. I don't think they'll take the bashing into each other, so I've tried to just keep them fairly good. I have thrown them, and they do throw well, but like I said, they've got that really thin blade, and I'm going to try to keep them fairly good. Gilhibben. These are the Pro Thrower. This is a fairly long, narrow knife. Wouldn't recommend these for a beginner because they took a little while to learn how to throw. But honestly, I've thrown these things. I have beaten the shit out of these knives. I'm finding that the stainless on the Gilhibben knives is pretty soft. So these knives were quite reasonable. I think they were just under 50 bucks, but really, would I recommend them? Yeah, absolutely. Lots of fun. You can throw them no spin or you can throw them spin. Cool knife for the money for sure. Now this is where Gilhibben failed me. I bought these axes. I bought 3 of these axes because I really loved throwing them. I thought these things are absolutely amazing. I broke one. Broke right here. So I went ahead and ordered another one, so you know I still had 3. Then I broke another one. Then I broke another one. I have one that hasn't been broken. All 3 of the ones that broke in exactly the same place. I'm not sure if you can see where they broke. But I'm lucky enough to have a friend that's a welder, and he happens to be a really good welder. So he welded them up for me, but he warned me that if I keep throwing them, they're just going to break, and I don't doubt it. So anyways, they were fun while they lasted. Really cool design and everything, but just engineered wrong for them to break all in exactly the same place right here. Would I buy these again? No way. If you want to buy one and hang it on the wall and go, ooh, that's cool, yeah, go ahead. But if you buy these and you start throwing them, they will break, I guarantee it. Okay, somebody picked these up for me at Bass Pro Shop. 35 bucks, Smith & Wesson. Pretty cool little knives for 35 bucks. They have the slots here. I assume these are for like weighting knives or weighting them, but it seems really impractical to me. I don't think I'd bother with that. But just as they are, pretty cool knife. Cruising around, throwing knives in the bush and stuff. These things would be really a lot of fun. I have no problem sticking them. They fly really well. So for 35 bucks, if you're at Bass Pro, I'd pick them up. Alright, here they are. This is the best set of knives I have. These are the Zeal 2 John Bailey knives. Come with a really nice sheath. Nice leather. This knife is 13.5 inches long, I think. There is absolutely no edge on the blade, which it really doesn't need because they're so heavy, but these knives fly just beautiful. You can throw them no spin, you can throw them from the handles, or you can throw them from the tips. It doesn't really matter how you throw these. If you're at the right distance and you got the right spin, they're going to stick. These things are beautiful. I absolutely love them. But they were $120 for the set, for 3 of them. I don't know if you can get them any cheaper, but maybe if you watch Amazon, you know, every so often they drop their price. If I had to get rid of all these knives and I had to have one set, this would be the set I have. There you go. That is a quick review on the knives I got right now. So yeah, go throw some knives.